guys. Just wanted to tell you about what's going on with the car industry. So, the car industry is seeing a lot of issues right now. You got the port strike with all those folks that work at the seaports. So, what's going to end up happening is you're going to have a lot of cars that are just sitting there waiting to be delivered to the dealerships. The longer the strike goes, the more it's going to cost. It's going to cost the dealership, the car dealership, which means then you're going to have a situation where they are unable to make sales as we approach the busy holiday season. Judging by the appetite or lack of appetite for cars right now, it's going to further plunge the car industry into an abyss. And this is as a result of not only the weather patterns, but the logistics that is involved with getting cars from point A to point B. While you join this live, I'd like you to hit the like button, type yes, 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 and don't forget to subscribe to the Car Shares channel. The Car Shares channel is for exclusive folks that are looking for a way to understand the dynamics of the economy and things that are happening right now. And these things are happening not because we don't know what to do, they're happening because we are reacting to what we have to do. All right. So, what I'm going to tell you guys now is that at the end of the day, the economy is going to rebound. It's going to rebound somehow. The reason it's going to rebound is because when it rebounds, you're going to have a lot of people looking to understand additional things that they could do vis-a-vis the price of cars. So I'd like you guys to tell me exactly what you think about the car industry. Is the car industry seeing the beginning of the end, or is the car industry's best days are ahead of it? Again, is the car industry seeing the beginning of the end, or are the car industry's best days ahead of it? Go ahead and answer this poll real quick. And when you answer this poll, I want you to be super honest with me. And when was the last time you bought a car? And if so, do you plan to buy a car in the next 60 to 90 days? Is the car industry seeing the beginning of the end? The polls are up right now. I just put up the poll. And I also need you to click the yes, yes, yes subscribe button so more people can join our conversation. Again, remember, the port strike is causing a lot of price adjustments. Word is that they've come to some type of agreement to end it tomorrow, but I think the damage has already been done. Do you know why I think so? Because as the strike continued, over billions of dollars have been lost already. The economic impact, billions of dollars. And both sides are saying they came up with a deal to end the strike, but I'm not sure if that deal will be sufficient enough to save it. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people continue to wonder what's going to happen in terms of the industry. They continue to wonder to what point we're going to actually say, hey, this isn't what we were expecting. And if that's not what we were expecting, what then should we think normalcy look like, right? What will a normal car industry look like? And having said that, is there such a thing as normal anymore? Because the moment that that strike was announced, I guarantee you prices went off the roof. You know what? because consumer demand went up for consumable items. But nobody's talking about the impact of this particular calamity on the car industry. What are MSRPs going to look like tomorrow? Are they going to see a significant drop to allow consumers to make purchases, or are we going to see a significant dip in MSRP, which in turn would encourage consumers to run to the dealerships, run to the dealerships. So the question is the best day in the car industry tomorrow, or is the car industry witnessing the beginning of the end? I'd like to know what you think. I know you've already answered the survey, but I'd like to know your commentary on this subject matter because I think it's very important that we realize that the car industry is witnessing a huge seismic change, the likes of which it has not seen in over 30 years. The car industry is witnessing a barrage of changes that it has not seen in the last 30 years. And I know you as a consumer have leverage. And what do I mean by having leverage? I mean, you have leverage because there's a lot that's going on right now that a lot of people don't realize. A lot is going on. And the reason a lot of stuff is going on is because people consistently tell me that they are looking for alternatives. They're looking for alternatives in terms of what they can get, right? What they can get. And when I say they're looking for alternative in terms of what they can get, it means that they are actually looking for a way to make things better for themselves. They're looking for ways to make things better for themselves. And I think the car industry in particular is witnessing one of the worst days in memory in terms of what they can do for themselves. And I keep saying this because a lot of times people don't realize how bad it could be when the industry finds itself in such a situation. They don't realize how bad it can be when an industry says, we are not going to be doing this anymore. We're taking no for an answer. We're taking no for an answer because we are taking no for an answer. And that's what's going on right now with the car industry. A lot of people are really trying to understand this industry. They're really trying to say, hey, it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming for the car industry, but we think there's going to be opportunities to improve certain things that are already going on in the car industry. And when I say there's going to be opportunities to improve some of this stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean that the opportunities to improve things are going to come easily. They're going to take a while. These opportunities are going to take a while. And the reason they're going to take a while is because things naturally do take a while in this industry. They naturally do take a while. And while we're talking about certain things that are happening right now, it's probably a good time to have an asthma check, what I call an asthma check. Okay? An asthma check. So we have to consider, why is it the car industry is in such an abyss? Why is it that people are sitting around and thinking that somehow the industry is going to just save itself? Did the port strike become the mechanism to save this car industry? I don't know. That's why I want you guys to tell me what you think. Go ahead and leave something in the chat right now. The chat lines are open. And when you get on chat, tell me where you're from. Tell me what the average prices are for cars that you've seen. And if you're in a city that was impacted by the recent floods, tell me if you've seen some flooded cars. I know I've seen a lot of flooded cars. I've seen a lot of flooded cars, and some of the cars that I'm seeing are practically worthless. Some of these cars are worthless, and the reason I say they're worthless is because when you realize what it takes to ship a car get a car from distribution, not only that, when you get it from distribution and you have to figure out how long it takes to get the car ready, not only that, you also have to figure out the cost of distribution. Then you got to factor in the sales timeline, how long it takes to get the loan to make sure that the car industry is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. All that impacts the cost of cars. All that impacts the distribution point. And I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of people are sick and tired of paying high prices for cars. They are sick and tired of paying high prices for cars. And do you blame them for being sick and tired of paying high prices for cars? I don't blame them. I blame greed. I blame greed, and you should blame greed. Okay? To what extent are we gonna stop siphoning dollars from different sectors of the economy and placing those same dollars in the wrong hands? So it's called income redistribution. You guys heard of that, right? Income redistribution. So what does it mean? Is tomorrow going to be the end of the car industry? If so, why? And if so, why not? Are the best days of the car industry at hand, or is this the beginning of the end of the car industry? I'd like to know what you guys think. The chat lines are open right now. You can click to join the chat, and when you join, you're going to be given access discounts on merch. You can buy merch, and I could tell you exactly what it is you need to do to be ready for this seismic shift in the car industry and what it means for your wallet. What does this mean for your wallet? Who's going to be ready to make sales? Who's ready to be making get deals? Who's waiting right now for some of these cars to be declared worthless so they can take a huge discount? They can write off worthless cars, especially the cars that have been damaged from the hurricane. Those cars are going to be written off. And they're going to be written off. And when they are written off, it's going to be a situation where a lot of people are going to be looking for ways to get more cars, but they will be unable to get more cars. It's going to impact the bottom line. The bottom line is going to be impacted. And the reason the bottom line is going to be impacted is because the moments you see that cars are not doing what they're supposed to do, those cars are going to then turn around and be sent somewhere. And they're going to get sent somewhere where you're not going to know what the history of the cars. It's going to become what they call salvage titles. So you're going to have salvage titles for cars that don't necessarily are good, but they can run, they can function properly if the right information is done to get them to function properly. So these are some of the information that I wanted to share with you guys. So go ahead and chat. Comment below. Let me know exactly what you think. I wanted to come live real quick and have a conversation about what it is I think is happening in the car industry, especially with the port strikes. So let me know what you think. I'm going to be sharing some of the analysis that I've seen, what the comparative prices are going to look like in the ensuing days and months. But if you're looking to get cars right now, now may be the best time. Just wait and see what the deals are, what incentives the dealership is going to be offering as they come out of this port strike, as the logistical chain gets back to normal. So I want you to be ready. I want you to also figure out exactly how this is going to impact your pocketbooks. I want you to figure out how that's going to impact your holiday shopping. If you're in business, I want you to impact or analyze the impact to your fleet. How's that going to impact the fleet? How's that going to impact profit per fleet, profit per car? How's it going to impact your daily rates? Are you going to be raising your daily rates, or are you going to be reducing your daily rates? So you got to be watching carefully. Again, the chat lines are open. Feel free to chime in and tell me exactly if the port workers were correct When they say they don't want any innovation, you got to tell me, were they correct in not asking for innovation? But they have to change with the times, right? Car prices have just been astronomical. They're not budging. But at the same time, I see consumers wanting cars, but they're wanting cars on the cheap. But that reality, I don't think has set in because the car prices continue to be astronomically, astronomically high. And I don't understand why that is. Maybe you understand why it is. So go ahead and leave a comment. Why are car prices so high? Despite all the things that are happening, they remain high. Are there going to be more incentives to encourage more people to want to buy cars? So I want you guys to tell me exactly how that's going to pan out because I don't know how what is going to pan out. I just know for a fact that the last time I've seen car prices this high was probably like 3 years ago. Car prices are so high that I don't understand why they're so expensive, and nothing has brought them down. Not the end of the recession from the last period, and certainly not the end of what we see happening right now. So when you get ready and you're ready to learn some more about what to do in terms of the automotive market, I've left a link below where you can sign up. When you sign up for my coaching plan, it's going to enable you to understand even a deeper dive with respect to what we are witnessing right now. I'm telling you, there's going to be a seismic shift. The seismic shift in the car industry has already started. The question is, who's going to take advantage of this seismic shift, and who's going to then say, "Hey, I'm ready to take advantage of it because I want to make more profits because I think the MSRP is about to dip." And if the MSRP is about to dip and I have available finance, and then I could jump on an opportunity that shows up right now. I can jump on an opportunity that's been waiting to be had. So if that's the case, and you know the MSRP is about to go down because some of these cars are going to be written off. But when they're written off, they're probably going to go into auction, and somebody's going to probably snap them on the cheap. They may be able to fix some stuff, and they may be able to rebuild the title and then sell the cars. And if that's the case, are you going to buy a car with rebuild title? If you are, how much do you think a rebuild title is going to be worth for a car that possibly was flooded? A car that was sitting in the lot, now a whole bunch of water came and basically made it worthless. But the insurance company had to then write off the car. And then you have a situation where the port workers that are bringing new inventory of cars went on strike. So you have a backlog of cars sitting on the dock with their MSRP unknown. What do you think is going to happen to those cars? Is the consumer going to become the winner in this scenario? Or the worker's going to be the winner? Or the car company is going to be the winners? I don't know about you, but the last I checked, these car prices continue to rise and rise and rise and rise. And I'm just perplexed at the idea that manufacturers will keep manufacturing cars using the same archaic distribution mechanism. What if they could just manufacture cars and ship it directly to the consumer? You can order such, I call it on-demand car process. I don't want to come to the dealership. I don't think people want to come to the dealership either. And I don't want the car sitting somewhere in some port container not doing anything or sitting in the lot of a car dealership only to be destroyed by water and then only to then render the cars worthless because they've been flooded. And now you want to sell the same cars to people out of the blue? I don't understand that. I don't think cars should be a commodity that just sits around waiting for just-in-time inventory to materialize. And when you hear just-in-time inventory, it should also apply to the consumer. Because right now you have a lot of industries that are already practicing just-in-time deliveries. I can sit down and order pizza, and it'll be just in time at my front door. I can sit down and order food. I can order groceries. I don't even have to do anything. Why can't I order cars and make it just in time to be delivered to my front door? I think if the car industry goes that route, they're probably going to be able to revive the situation they're in right now. And again, like I said in my little poll, if you haven't already answered it, is the car industry seeing the beginning of the end? I don't know. Go ahead, tell me yes or no on the poll. Is this the beginning of the end for the car industry? If it is, why? And if it is, why not? I'd like to know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And in my next video, I'm going to do a post-analysis of the strike on the car industry. Be sure to join the Carshares YouTube channel. When you join the Carshares YouTube channel, you get access to exclusive merch. You get access previews to new videos before I drop them as part of my private video collection. You can also get a shout out on some of these lives when I do them. So until next time, this is Carshares out.